Welcome to Divinity Original Sin 2. I haven't played too much of this game. My friend actually just got it for me, this last evening, so I'm not really sure how things play out. I went through maybe about the first 30 minutes with him, but, still pretty unsure of how things go. Now, I typically play rogues, and they have a knife throw, a backlash, and boom, push. So his knife jumps over someone, landing behind their back and stabbing them. 100% chance backstab. And gain action points. What? Oh my gosh. That is beautiful. So I guess that the undead parts just changed this. Deal. So I can heal from poison and damage from regular healing. Beast. Wait, what? Why do dwarves have a bonus to sneaking? What the fuck? That is... wow. You know what? I'm kind of liking the vibe of summoning a wolf. Oh, I think this is... I know this dude. He was, he's a dick that thought that everyone should be his slave. Yeah, he was in like the first 30 minutes I played. I'm gonna go with the wolf dude. Let's change the name to... Let's change the name.
Once I was a crusader for the Divine Order.
Okay, so these are just straight up pre-made characters, which I don't want to do. don't know what Lawmaster does. The fact that bulls get extra sneaking is just odd to me. The humans, +2 initiative and extra crit, and bouldering. Okay, that's pretty good. So, parents. Oh god, these are all ugly. I guess I'll go with that one. I actually like that hair. Now, I did go through and I was kind of messing with character creation just a bit before, but I didn't fully go through all of the different race stuff like I just did. I like this.
Ha! Nice try! I'm ready.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, that's perfect. I think that's just... what's Pet Pal? I can see animals. What do I have? A pawn. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Extra movement. I am an outlaw. And this just changes background music. I like cellos. And I think I'm good.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken, but instead I became part of their story.
That was a lot of jargon. Teleport things, you cannot target enemies in smoke clouds unless they are very close to you. Okay, breaking doors and chests rather than taking the locks. Spells, that went by fast.
So it wasn't a dream after all.
Where's the journal? Journal. Oh, okay. Though he is a sorcerer and wears a source collar, Bishop Alexander continues to lead the Divine Order, as he is the son of Lucian, and it is widely assumed that he will succeed him as the next Divine. Lucian the Divine, champion of the Seven Gods and savior of Reville, is dead. He sacrificed himself to defeat the forces of the Void, leaving his son, Alexander, to preside over the next chapter of Rivellon's history. But Lucian's sacrifice did not buy peace. Instead, the years that followed were plagued by the menace of the Voidwoken. These beasts were drawn to the source magic, and left death and destruction in their wake. Incapable of wielding the divine powers that his father had at his disposal, Alexander has resorted to harsher methods in order to stop the Voidwoken. A great pogrom has commenced against the sorcerers, those who show the most skill in the manipulation of the source. Encouraged by his most trusted advisor, Dallas, Alexander has decreed that all sorcerers must be resettled in isolated colonies where they cannot pose a threat to the rest of Rivellon. One such colony is the ancient island, the stronghold of Fort Joy. It is this place that I, a captive sorcerer, am being sent. We are sorcerers being transported by the Divine Order's internment camp. Being transported to the Divine Order's internment camp in the island of Fortress of Joy. Blech. I am bound by a magical collar that cannot be removed. Okay.
It seems as though there's a that can't be natural.
Now, I remember a friend told me... Oh. I tried to steal that on my first go-around with him. Did not work out well. Spinning skull.
Not a
Alas,
very
also,
chatty fellow, are you?
you want better
Not a very chatty fellow, are you?
No known associates. In
Ah,
fact,
you're
he
up.
seemed quite averse to
Yes.
spending time.
Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Taken into this room. Was he already?
Look around warily, and what damned old dungeon you've ended up in this time.
Dungeon? You have the gall to call my laboratory a dungeon? Oh, I'd be quite annoyed with you, if you didn't look so honestly perplexed.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
You pull up the thing around your neck futilely, demand to know why she called you.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
She might be playing a trick. Don't do it.
Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. Promise.
I'm gonna just see what it does. You recall the great powers building inside of you, the ones that you commanded before your capture. Unleash them.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it, see? The collar's function. It neuters you, of sorts. Makes you unable to cast Source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
To be honest, it's not the worst thing that...
Everything's spick and span. Nothing left to do, really.
But there's not too much bad about that, to be honest.
Good gods,
If you had people that did
there's been a
magic,
murder
then-
here.
No marks, no indications of a struggle.
Let's see. Goes out here.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass.
Okay.
Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Peer into the room and ask what happened.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them.
It seems as though there's a pattern.
Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
Always does? Ask if this sort of thing happens often.
You surprised? You're one of them. You know what sorcerers are capable of? Whoever did this found a way around their collar and killed a man.
No marks.
So that means that whoever did this would be able to get around the collar. Well, if they did, then why would they kill one of our
Small
own?
ones this time, thank the gods. We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
Can be electrified or frozen. Okay.
No lesions, no trauma. He was bled by magic. Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
But why are you letting me as close to the crime scene as you are? For all you know, I could be the killer.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
That's a skill that I haven't quite mastered yet.
I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
My price is considerably higher than that.
Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
You have a good point. Now, I don't think I can interact with red things. But I kind of want to see. Hands off. Okay.
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
Be good, you scallywags.
Can hold fluids. O-heads. Thank you. How come the rope didn't pop up as that? What's this room for? It's for nothing. I checked over there.
Come on, please, Losa.
Source hounds?
Be good, you scallywags.
Ah, there you are. Husband. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
This was one of the people that I could have played. Oh, children, you must be mistaken.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
Ah, that's true enough. Louise, I presume?
You presume right.
Do you know anything that happened with that motor over there?
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
You ought to have a look around with me. We can watch one another's backs.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Alright then.
Her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
What?
Take it easy, Chief.
What?
Clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Dick.
Dude, that is a lot of beer.
That's right. I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mest. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
Please, Losa.
Cool sound. What's up with the hound? Hey. Dude, I was trying to talk to you.
I know it. Would you put a knuckle in it, Name?
Trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us.
Well, you aren't here
Okay.
on my list. Scram, eh? We're trying to catch a killer here.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip
You
to
one
the
of them?
part where
A Divine Order loyal? They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions.
This was another dude that I could have been.
He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
You've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
What am I supposed to be hearing?
The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
I'll come back to you, and you better be ready to talk here.
Sing us a song, I know you can.
The sea sounds angry, like it's trying to capsize the ship.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger. It's
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles.
anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you hear, though. Listen close.
I close my eyes and try to let the ambient sounds on the ship fade away.
There now, just like that.
Why, narrator, why did you not squeak?
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
I heard it, but what is it?
It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east.
Don't you get saucy with me when you...
Huh.
Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
You are very interesting. You must be a practiced sailor. Ask what the figure means to him?
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd. Your kind always hung close.
Why are you so excited about reaching Fort Joy? I haven't heard anything of the place.
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
If you're hatching an escape plan, I want in.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
I give him a little wink as I walk on.
You'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like
Now, I
wolves
do
around
want
a
to talk to them, but I do remember from my last
You've got this
playthrough.
wolf on a leash now.
As
This,
soon as the Inquisitor gets here,
This.
we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
this. Did I not learn the new recipes?
Put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate. They don't care about us. I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on. One of us will kill our own. They're picking us off one by one. Can we just skip to the part where I reassure
Some poor
you
chicken
we'll
went
shut up?
through a lot for that egg.
Bad
Ow.
and sufferable, surely.
Find a healing potion.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
There was poison right next to the food. And there's a dagger.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
And now we have a
Well,
weapon.
You've got this wolf on a
And
leash
with
now.
that, I think we should end off. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, then feel free to subscribe. I'm going to upload more of this
Soon
fairly
as the
often.
Inquisitor gets here, we'll
I
hang you
hope
right
you all
over the
enjoy.
side of this